Welcome y'all to another one-up guided tour. We're going to look at puzzle 430. It's an 8x8 release this very evening. We'll load her up, get started. Just a quick intro first. Don't post first runs here. I don't see a point in teaching you my daily mistakes. Instead, what I do is revise my paths, trying to figure out what those mistakes were, put my solves into the most efficient path I can, and I post that a couple different ways. One is a speed run. I call it a mad dash. Today it's 44 seconds. And there's this one, the guided tour, where I talk about how to solve one-up puzzles more efficiently. That almost always involves topography and segmentation, because it's segmentation that makes one-up unique and each one-up puzzle unique in and of itself. So let's go ahead and get started here. The puzzle is pretty segmented. There's only 3 unsegmented lines in each direction. There's no double segmented lines, but we do have great staggering with 1 length, 2 length, 3 length, 4 length, and of course the flip side, the 5, 6, and 7 length segments across the puzzle. This sort of thing means we'll have a baseline. And a baseline is a line where if you pigeonhole it in the correct order, it falls apart, it solves itself. From the get-go, this number here could be 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 if we're looking at C8. But in reality, it does have to be 5. And you can tell that just from the segmentation, because only the 1 fits in the 1. And after you place the 1, then only the 2 fits in the 2. And then only the 3 fits in the 3. And then only the 4 in the 4. And then only the 5 in the 5. It leaves just a 6-8 pair this time, but we're going to be able to work through that. I like to solve these segment by segment. There's a segment. Now we can do this segment. Next segment I'm going to do is this one here. And we know the 1, we know the 2, and we know the 3. Here's another segment. One thing I want to do or stress is when you start to pigeonhole a line, finish pigeonholing line. So I could do a 2 here, but the only reason to do a 1 next is if I have some sort of 2-1 daisy chain going on. Otherwise, I need to finish the line I'm on so that I see the 3 and the 4, and that the 5s are pushing this 5 to there, and that this is only a 6-7 pair. Now I can move forward knowing that I've done the whole line, and I'll do the other part of R8 at this point. So that's a 1, and now we know this is a 2, and that's got to be our 4, and that's got to be our 3. We've done yet another whole segment, and let's continue. Let's do this segment next. It seems obvious, and we're looking for a segment that's parallel to that, the shared scope. That would be this one with the 2 and the 1, and the same thing again. This one here will need a 6. Because it can't have any other number. 7 and 8 don't fill. So it's a 4, 7, 8, and that has to be our 8. At least it's a 4-7 pair. Can't do anything with it, but it does solve our 6. When I get to the end of the line, I like to suggest turning and doing the next line. The next number we can do is this one here, which has a 3. And then we can't get much further. We know that 1 and 4 are limited to here, and 7 and 8 are here. So we got into pairs, but we don't get more. Coming back, what can we see? Well, let's do the next line up. We never did R1. We know that's a 3. Can we place, 1, 6, and 8? Well, this can't be 1 or 8. So that's our 6. We're left with a 1, 8 pair. That is okay. Let's turn and do one thing or the other. Let's do the shorter one first. It needs a 5 and a 4. And we know what they are. Now we can do this one. That has to be our 3. And we're left with what? 4 and 7? Well, we know those. And that gives us a 6. So what do? Well, we got the singlet here. Let's knock that out. Over here we have a pair we can knock out. We're just picking segments to do. Now, we can't solve this one, but we do know the 3 is here. Can we solve this? 1, 7, 8. Well, yeah, that's the 1. And now that's a 7, and that's an 8. And there's a 1. This is a 2 length that resolves. And this is a 2 length that resolves. This is a 2 length resolved by the 6 over there on the right side. We're left with 4 and 3, 4 and 1. And that's one way to solve one-up 430. If you are aware of segmentation and how baselines work, you can start with the whole right side of the puzzle done as a given, and then it solves pretty easily, honestly. Pretty linearly. If you just go segment by segment, picking the best segment to solve. Best segment is easiest, yielding the most new digits. You can do it. You can usually do it linearly. There you go. If you had questions, I really do hope the video helped. Please let me know in the comments. If you still have questions, leave a comment. I'll answer there. Like if you like, share, subscribe. I appreciate your time. I do. We'll see you again another evening. Tomorrow should be that 9 by 9. Bye.